White people banned from off-campus UC Berkeley student housing common areas. What the hell is going on here, guys? Here's an article from Fox News that kind of really caught my attention, and it does have to do with housing, not necessarily the housing market crash, but something related to housing, which is kind of wild headline right here, and I kind of wanted to dig deep and make a video out of it and give you my thoughts. So basically, there is a student housing project in UC Berkeley. It's a university in in the Oakland area, San Francisco area, in the Bay Area, and Berkeley is a very liberal school. It's a very high academic school. It's a really good school, but very, very highly liberal. A lot of the people that go there are very liberal-minded, which there's nothing wrong with that. Well, apparently there's a student housing project that is bringing in immigrants and people of color, and basically, well, let me jump in and read so you guys know, and then we'll kind of I'll discuss my thoughts a little bit later. But here, let's start. A private housing co-op just off the University of California, Berkeley campus has banned white visitors in common areas or without consent from other tenants. The person of color theme house is a housing co-op located near UC Berkeley that aims to provide housing to low-income, first-generation immigrants and marginalized students of color, according to its website. It is a private venture and is not affiliated with the university. That's very good to know here. It is a private venture. So in a leaked photo of the house rules, the co-op tenants are instructed not to bring white guests to the home without permission and to keep white guests from common areas. That is, we'll talk about it. Let me just keep reading. Many POC members moved here to be able to avoid white violence and presence, so respect their decisions of avoidance if you bring white guests. The leaked house rules list states, white people are not entirely banned from the housing premise, but those wishing to bring white guests into the building must alert other tenants. Always announce guests in the guest chat if they'll be in common spaces with you and if they are white, one rule states. And then here is the actual POC house guest rules. They made a tweet about it, and it's kind of nutty. But here's another quote. Guests are allowed in common spaces, but please be mindful that there are house members in the room beforehand. White guests are not allowed in common spaces. Another rule states, avoid bringing parents, family members that express bigotry. Queer, black, and indigenous members should not have to avoid common spaces because of homophobic or racist parents or family members. So if we keep reading, person of color theme house exists to create a safe and welcoming space for its house members and build solidarity with communities of color in the Berkeley area and beyond. So here's the deal. Just to jump in, if I agree with anything, I agree with this sentence right here, which is avoid bringing parents, family members that express bigotry. I don't think we should be expressing bigotry. I think people need to be, as a whole, around the world, people should be who they want to be, and hopefully we could accept them. And it doesn't really matter because it's really none of our business. But what I don't agree with is this whole fight against these white people, because white is just a color. And let me just tell you, fundamentally, when I think of a university, okay, this is what I think. I think you're going there to basically get ready for the real world. And guess what, everybody? The real world has white people. And in the United States alone, I think white people is 65 to 70% of the population. So you're most likely going to have to work for white people, live around white people, so whatever. So this is so stupid. I mean, look, this is just taking it too far, in my opinion. I don't agree with this. Because this is going completely the opposite direction where I believe we need to be, right? We, in essence, need to stop looking at color, right? And I believe that is happening. We need to just look at people for people, whatever, treat someone good, and that's it. And I do believe that the young generation sees things like that. Now, if these people that are moving into this house have been abused by white people, I look at it more like they've been abused by people, and there's bigotry all over the world. if you go to, I don't care what country you go to, there's bigotry in those countries, and it doesn't matter what color they are. You see, in the United States, we get caught up in this whole black and white thing. And yeah, it was a problem for a very, very long time. And I do agree that it is still a problem in certain communities. But the problem is worldwide problem, and it happens in all types of communities of all types of colors. It doesn't matter. People like to oppress other people. People in power like to separate themselves, and if they look a certain way, they might do it. They could do it through religion. They could do it through whatever, right? It's almost like human nature, unfortunately, and I don't agree with it. But I think the steps that I'm seeing with the young generation is the young kids are less and less seeing color, and they're looking at more people as individuals. So I think it's changing. Now, I think things like this, when stories like this come out, I think basically it slows down progress. It really does. Now, this is coming from Fox News. I know Fox News in general, it is one of those polarizing networks similar to MSNBC, and they're probably going to have a certain type of audience, just like, again, everybody has an audience. And so, it could be a little bit of that going on with this article. But no, I still disagree. I agree with this part of the article where it says, that, avoid bringing people that will express bigotry. I agree with that. Yeah, nobody should be made to feel bad. But again, if you're talking about strictly like white people not being able to go in because some of these people have like expressed, they're trying to avoid white violence and presence. Like, what the hell is white? I mean, give me a break. You go outside and there's going to be white people. What are you going to start? I don't know. I don't agree. But please, again, comment down below. Okay, I thought this was going to be a fun article for today to read and kind of share with you. Now, let's not get too crazy. Please keep the comments nice. But yeah, this was a kind of interesting article, and I definitely wanted to bring it to your attention. Now, let me just say, here's some information about the house. And literally, there's only 56 residents that, live in this house. So it's not really a big thing. I mean, I think this story went viral because of the headline, right? This is a crazy headline, especially in today's polarized world that we're living in. And, any chance people get to, have a story go viral like this, they're going to take it. But again, it is only 56 people. And I really do hope that this housing project, really changes their mind on this, because I think it's best that we all, stop looking at color, and we are all, basically be judged on our own merit. And I think that is my personal opinion. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this video, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting my channel, liking my videos, and commenting on my videos. Thank you guys so much. If you're new to my channel and you like what I have to say, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button and go ahead and like and leave a comment. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.